Okay, so much has changed in this house since the last time we filmed. It looks wildly different. 95% of the demo on the interior is done. The siding on the exterior is gone, most of it, and like patched up. Windows are gone, those are being replaced this week. The footers are poured for our exterior patio. The block is built for the exterior patio.
Covered porch.
The covered porch. Yeah, so lots of changes here, and we're excited to show you the updates.
Yeah.
Okay, so in here, obviously everything's gone. Looks wildly different. It's so big. It is so much bigger than I even imagined. Now that we can see it open, we've kind of been reconsidering some design elements, especially on this wall. This is our focal point wall, so this is going to be our range. We're doing a big hood install.
Some floating shelves.
Some floating shelves possibly, and then our double ovens. So we were toying with the idea of putting a separate freezer and a separate refrigerator so that everything we needed would be within this wall and then our islands. But it turned out when you separate a freezer and a fridge, it's like literally double the budget that it would to just have a fridge and a freezer together. So we nixed that immediately. So fridge and freezer are going to be one unit, and they're going to stay on this wall, which is the original plan we had. Obviously that's kind of far away, but we'll just walk. It'll be fine. I guess people with big kitchens get exercise, so that's fine with me.
And then on the soffits, we're going to bring the soffits up 12 inches. They were 24, so they're going to be at 12. We'll have floor to ceiling cabinetry, and then this will end up being our bar here, which will also be coffee, ice maker, things like that. Yeah. And then this right here will be our catch-all cabinet. So this will be a countertop, a refrigerator, and then probably a floor-to-ceiling pantry cabinet here, which leads us into this room, or this area. So these walls are going to come back about 36 inches, 40 inches, and they're going to shift over just a little bit. So this will stay here, but this will shift about 12 or 14 inches back into there, and that's going to be cubbies.
Well, one of the things that we changed about this design process over here was I wanted to do more countertops, more overhead cabinetry, and maybe drawers, but we decided against that. We're trying to keep the future in mind, that hopefully one day we're gonna have kids and we would want locker style cubbies. So we're gonna do that instead. I think future us will really appreciate the decisions, storage in that way, since obviously we're not lacking on storage. So I think that that was probably a good decision. And I think that's probably all the changes we've made in here.
And well, we did also say that the doors in this portion of the home, there's only 3 doors in this whole floor on our side, not your mom's. And so we are gonna go to 8-foot doors.
Oh, okay, great. That's news to me.
With the door from the garage, because it's coming over here, this door here and this bathroom door are literally the only doors on this.
Okay, so they're all going up.
Yep.
Okay, great. So larger doors.
Yep.
I think that's it for this room.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are in my mom's portion of the house. So this is her kitchen. It's really doesn't look much of any different than it did before. We are salvaging a lot of this. So the cabinets are gonna stay. We'll replace the refrigerator and the oven, probably the range.
The appliances.
We have to create space in the countertop and the cabinets for a dishwasher, because there's currently no dishwasher. But for the most part, this is all kind of staying the same.
We're putting some new flooring down in here to get rid of this linoleum. But overall, it will stay very simple.
Yeah, and then my mom will be the one to kind of like throw her stuff out. But we'll show you her bathroom. Yeah, so this is the doorway between my mom's house and our house. We'll share an office, which will be in here. So this will be the new entryway.
So we made the call actually yesterday.
Yeah,
to go ahead, and we've got a lot of leftover tiles from other jobs. So I came in here today, demoed this out, obviously about 3/4 of the way through it. It was on the wall, it was in the backsplash. We got rid of the bathtub. This is going to turn into a shower now with a seat over here. And we're going to come in and retile all this. And, yeah, it'll be great. So we're in the primary suite now. Not a lot's changing in here. We pulled up the carpet. We will switch out some light fixtures. The biggest thing that's happened in here is we've had to reframe from the outside in all of these windows because it was all rotted. Once again, you'll see that later in this video about how bad the siding actually was. Kendall, what did you think?
So fireplace wasn't going to change at all, except this whole entire top was rotted. We had some pretty bad water damage here, so we're going to replace this mantle, but everything else is going to stay the same. I don't like this fireplace. I want that to be known. It will not look like this, but it's not on our priority list to change it right away. So we'll make it work for now, and then later we'll replace the hearth and the stone and all of that. But for now, it will look the same. Yeah. And then we have a few changes in here. So this space was originally ripped out actually when we toured the home with the original owner, and we asked her like, why did you rip out this wall? And she was like, oh, that was going to be my coffee bar. And then I was like, I want that to be
my coffee bar.
I want that to be my coffee bar. So we are going to make a coffee bar. So this will house a like a mini fridge, and then we'll do beautiful countertop coffee bar, maybe exposed shelving, maybe cabinetry shelving, I don't know. But that's like a new little addition that I'm excited about that wasn't really in the original plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our primary bathroom. Looks wildly different. Demo really does change a lot of things. So I'll let him explain the changes, but once we demoed, when you see things really how they're spatially going to lay out, you start to, you know, either love your decisions or question them. And this was a moment where we wanted to shift some things around a little bit.
Yep.
You can tell them why.
So things that are staying the same is right here is where our shower is going. We decided the plumbing is staying over here. Our niche is going to go on this wall. We're going to frame it with a 2x8 so it has enough room for the niche because a 2x4 would not.
Well, Whitney, our designer, made a really good point that when you have niches, because we were like, oh, let's hide the niches so no one can see them, because visually that's like ugly once you have all your product in it. So we were going to do niches on this side, and she was like, make sure you put, what, a 2x8?
2x8.
A 2x8 here to make the wall really thick. That way you can actually hang things on this side of the wall. Otherwise, those niches would be way too close.
You wouldn't have any.
And you could not do anything on this exterior wall. So little things like that, I'm so glad that we have thought.
It's stuff that I would have forgotten about and realized it. Oh.
And I don't have any clue about, so I'm really glad that she said that.
So here, we were going to put a door right here, and we thought it would look weird to have two doors right next to each other for the toilet closet. And so now we're going to put the toilet closet door here. The door will open this way, and then the toilet, as you can see, will be right here. With that happening, it moved our tub from being on this side of the room to kind of centering in between this door and this door. So it'll actually have its own wall that'll be real symmetrical. And the plumbing is already right here, so we're just going to move it up into the wall and have a wall faucet for our tub.
Yeah, overall, just design-wise, a better decision. We never wanted to block this window since it's the only window we'll have in this bathroom. So that was huge priority to make sure we never blocked that. So separating these two doors, I think, was such a great decision. I'm really glad that we caught it in time.
And you don't see those things when you're looking at blueprints.
No, not at all. So I'm so glad. And then right through here,
I'll let Kendall go with this one.
Is my closet. So now that it's all demoed, it's feeling obviously huge. We knew it was huge. Dal and I went back and forth or argued about moving this wall in a little bit to give more room to the laundry room over there.
When she says a little bit, literally like 6 inches to a foot. So.
No, it was going to be 2 feet. Anyway, we decided to go with his decision, which was not to move this wall, to leave this room with the footprint that it is, because the laundry room is plenty big. But anyway, now that it's open, I'm like really happy with that decision because this is just going to be a very, very happy space for me. I'm very excited about this room.
Yeah, another window behind this board. And so she'll be able to put, as you can see here, we've got markings for whips to go here with a plug, and this will be her vanity for her makeup in between the windows.
Big islands, nice, beautiful center pendants. I mean, I'm just excited.
And we might actually use these lights somewhere else in the house, but it won't be in there.
Yeah, these are original to the home. I do really like the lights. We're gonna take them down and maybe put them in a hallway or something, but
Right.
yeah, so that's where we are for the closet. I'll show you the laundry room. Okay, so laundry room is gonna be more like phase 2.
We're gonna get it functional.
Yeah, so we'll have a floor, we'll have electric, we'll have plumbing, but we will not like really finish it out with cabinetry paint, all the fun things that I want to do in here until phase 2. But it's obviously a great laundry room with this wall staying exactly where it is. It's
This wall's going away.
Yeah, this guy is. But yeah, it'll be great.
So this door is gonna stay off Kendall's closet, which will lead into the bonus room here. So we've been tearing a lot of this out. They are about to remove, our guys are about to remove this wall. And if you come up closer, you can see the roof here. That is gonna be removed as well. And this whole room from end to end will be almost 30 feet. And so it'll be a large bonus room that one day kids are gonna enjoy, that we'll enjoy. We might not finish the whole thing out right now because honestly, we don't need this huge space currently. We'll just see kind of where budget and everything lands.
But now that the walls are removed, I think it's a lot easier to understand what we were trying to explain in the first couple videos, that this entire exterior wall is disappearing and it's going out 16 feet. So this is gonna be huge. It's so helpful to see things down to the studs so you can actually visualize things.
A good example
Yep.
of how terrible all of our siding and stuff is outside. This is just crumbling away. And that's the windowsill. That's wet from the rain we had this weekend. So yeah, it's a lot of fun out there. Lots have changed out here. As you can see, we have got block, we've got footers, we've filled with gravel. We're about to run gas lines and electric and all of our utilities into our porch before we start framing up and pouring the slab on top. As you can see, we've got the block poured, or block up for the addition. Like we said, it's only a 6-foot addition. And then this porch coming off of it. The 2 walls you're looking at here in the middle are all of that's going away. And that is where the bonus room is going to come out above the living room here. And so what they have left to do is take off the siding here and the siding on this bay. And that'll be it on siding and the rear. And then patch it all up. As you can tell right here, you can see how bad the siding has gotten. And they're gonna have to rip out this whole entire bay, probably reframe the whole kitchen, the breakfast nook, as well as the bedroom nook. So that's where we're going right now. We're leaving plenty of room for possibilities in the future. Kendall can kind of...
Possibilities like a pool.
Like a pool.
We would really like to put a pool here eventually. That's like phase 5.
Right.
We'll see. But we are thinking about that because you have to think about that with like plumbing, a gas line, electric. Like you want to think about that now, even if you're not going to tap into that for several years. You want it readily available. Otherwise, that expense later on is probably what will keep you from doing that project. So we're thinking about that kind of thing. Like I even was like, I want a hose spigot over there to wash boots off from the garden that we're going to build. So you have to just think big picture when you're doing this kind of thing, and that's what makes it so challenging. But I think we're doing it.
And we'll probably screw it all up and have to do it all over again anyways, but
yeah,
that's part of it.
You learn as you go. Okay, so they're in the process of
moving siding and patching up.
Yeah, so exposing all the scary stuff and fixing it.
And it was bad. I don't know if it was worse than we expected or about what we thought, but it was more widespread than we expected.
But luckily, we had budgeted for the worst.
That's
because
right.
When you buy something like this and you cannot tell how bad it is, it can be astronomical to your budget if you're not prepared. So luckily, we were like worst case scenario. Yeah. And then hopefully we have some money left over to throw in other places of the budget. So It was bad, but I don't know if it was worst
water
case
damage.
scenario.
Water damage. We had it tested for termites, and there was no termites. And then when we started pulling the stuff off, termites were coming out with it. And so it's getting treated for termites this week, and we'll walk around and kind of show. You know, they've patched up a lot of stuff, as you can see here. They've got one strip here left to go, but I'd say 30% of, or 40% of all of the sheathing had to come off, and probably over 10% of the framing of the home had to come off and get reframed.
So we're essentially rebuilding the house from the outside in.
Yeah.
There were spots where, especially on that corner that's covered up now, where when they ripped the siding off, the insulation came with it, the framing came with it, and you could have literally punched your hand through the drywall in our pantry. So not ideal, but something that we can handle, I
not
guess.
bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Just getting it right.
Okay, so as you can see, things are moving really quickly. Next on the docket, or like what we're thinking about, tomorrow we're actually looking at countertops. For me, countertops is like one of my absolute favorite things in a house, so we start there. And then I'll be looking at tile, cabinet colors, and then paint selections. We've already looked at some appliance options, so we're moving quickly.
Yeah, we'll be framed up in like 10 days.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
So-
I'm starting to get a little stressed out. So I will take you guys along on the like inside selects as we make them. But that's all the updates we have for now.